think actually time is the greatest asset of your entire life. Time is not promised. And so I try to do my best to seize every moment, seize every opportunity, plan it out. And if I can't come to a country, I mean, we have 35,000 invitations for me to speak, and I've been to 81 countries and 31 presidents. So there's a lot of demand.
¿O qué mensaje podrías darle a los puertorriqueños que hoy día se sienten limitados?
Look, for me here in Puerto Rico, I am so blessed. Yo hablo un poquito español porque mi esposa es mexicana, mitad japonesa, mitad mexicana, japonka, or japocanka, whatever you want to say. And so with all and I was born in Australia, and I've lived in America for 20 years, and my parents are from Europe. And so no matter what country I go to, the message is the same. Be true to yourself and understand that just because people don't like you, or maybe you get bullied, or maybe you bully yourself and you don't like you, give yourself a chance, give your broken pieces a chance. You know, there's so many people who are wishing that they had more opportunity, wishing that things would change. Unfortunately, the way that us human beings are is that no matter what we have, no matter what we don't have, we still have a choice to either be angry for what we don't have or be thankful for what we do have, and again, doing the best with what you have in your hand. And so I want everyone to, first and foremost, love each other, pray for Puerto Rico. I think there's a special a place in God's heart for Puerto Rico, and I'm very careful with my words, very careful. I'm coming back sooner than I think, and I think there's some incredible opportunities here that I feel like really will resonate. More and more messages with young people, whether they're Catholics or Protestants, and I've had a wonderful time meeting Governor Pedro at the office and the executive staff there, and talking about that even after I leave, I want to bring still messages of anti-bullying messages, of loving each other, of believing, of setting goals, and letting everyone know that we can find the strength to never give up. And I love you know, the whole message that you know, I'm hearing more and more about even Puerto Rico, about servicemen and women in agencies for people with disabilities, who also make a difference in people with disabilities or families affected with disabilities, and letting them understand that, you know, their work is really, really important. You know, I think not only did I try and encourage people for those who are helping people with special needs in society, but also understanding that it takes a holistic, governmental, multifaceted approach to making a movement for people with special needs. It's one thing to continue to integrate special needs children into the school system. It's still wonderful to see companies being encouraged to employ people with special needs. It's beautiful to see organizations, but also really, since you're a media channel as well, I really challenge all of the media here in Puerto Rico to understand that Nick is not the only inspiration, number one. That there are many people out there, number one, that have an incredible, inspiring story. There's always bad news, a lot more bad news than good news. There's a lot more inspiring people in Puerto Rico than you can imagine. And if we can actually have a media channel and more programs that actually encourage more people in Puerto Rico who are in Puerto Rico to understand the stories of inspiration when someone says, oh, they were also born in my country, and they're a disabled person, and they're still fulfilling what's going on. That's why I like the Talento Infinito. You know, I love that organization to showcase people with different talents. I think there needs to be more inspiring pieces featuring inspiring Puerto Ricans for Puerto Rico. I think that's very, very important, because many people after a speech at the Coca-Cola Music Hall, they're going to say, oh, well, Nick is different. He's more talented. He's more smarter. He's more confident. He doesn't know what it means to be born and raised in Puerto Rico. No, I don't. But the principles that I share can be used by everyone. But I also believe that the media is missing out on productivity and their own full potential in inspiring more good things. We have enough bad things. Good things to inspire Puerto Ricans to dream big like never giving up. I'm really, really thankful for the governor in trying to do what he can for the disabled, but I really believe as well, and I mentioned it to them, I really believe as much as we can to help counseling young people, encouraging them as much as possible, and to instigate as much as we can entrepreneurial brains and mindset for people in school. I think the rest of the United States has failed, completely failed at that. And I think Puerto Rico deserves the chance to do something for their own people, to go beyond.
Te interesa mucho llegar a los jóvenes y colaborar con el sistema educativo. ¿Qué te preocupa del sistema educativo moderno?
The concerns that I have of the modern education system, I want to say that I am very pleased to see that there are some states in America. One example is Texas, very prominent state that also has a reverence for God. And as Christians who are of all different denominations, as we see these things being brought in, I'm very thankful as well for Governor Pedro, who didn't accept all the things coming from the rest of the United States of America that I believe God will honor him for. I believe that, and I believe Puerto Rico will be blessed. The rest of the United States, I'm very, very concerned for the education system. But I believe, apart from financial literacy, is holding the ground of the values and principles that we hold to, and again, not indoctrinating forced things that actually are contrary to biblical beliefs. Obama, many, many years ago, said that the USA is no longer a Christian nation. We can now see that. Puerto Rico, though, the predominant population, you're Christian here. And I believe that because of that, the governor is honoring the people. I think those laws that have been done and not going unlimited, as some other states are, I'm very thankful to see the opportunities of Puerto Rico. And I actually will say this to you. I've told several audiences in Puerto Rico that I think I'm coming back sooner than later, because I feel like apart from speeches, there's going to be more programs and an encouragement that we can do along the way in multiple verticals.
Tú hablas y conoces muchos temas. Si hoy fuera el último mensaje de tu vida, ¿qué mensaje nos dejarías?
If I had only one last message to give everyone, please understand that we must know who God is. Not just saying that you're believing in God, but then you're swearing and you're sleeping around and you're addicted to pornography. Not just to go to church, but you read the Bible. So many people go to church, some of them twice a year, some of them 52 times a year. But if you don't know the Bible, how can I say that someone actually is a true religious person when they don't even read the scriptures? And so this is something that I've tried to address at a speech that is online to the young people who are Christian, to make sure that we are true to our faith, because without God, we can do nothing. Everything I've ever done, every good thing that you've ever seen in me or through me is not me, it's God. And we are all servants of the Most High God. And I'm His child and He is my dad. And He knows who I am and I know who He is. And I can pray directly to Him. And I encourage for anybody who has cousins or uncles, aunts, grandmas, who either are Protestant or Catholic, to do Bible studies together. And Catholics and Protestants, not talking about the differences, but the commonalities. And let God speak and encourage us all.